Welcome to your weekly yoga practice. I am recording this on Monday for yesterday's yoga class. I teach a live class on Sunday mornings, and it's recorded and then put on YouTube. Yesterday we had some audio tech issues, which has been the journey that I've been on with bringing you yoga on YouTube. So thanks for bearing with me. If you've already subscribed and experienced some of my videos, I'm working to improve the quality for you. And in the meantime, I'm just really glad that you're here. And we're recording this now, not being live with students. It's an opportunity for me to really tell my 36 YouTube subscribers, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It really does matter, and I appreciate you being here with me. So without any further ado, let's get into our yoga practice. So we'll be focused on hips today. We hold a lot of tension in our hips that impacts our nervous system. It's a central area. We want to make sure we keep this nice and loose. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to begin with a breathing practice to settle in. So if you'd like, you could just close your eyes and take a couple breaths to arrive here on your mat, into your body, and into your practice. Our breath practice today is called inhale resistance. We'll be closing off the valve of our nostrils just partially as we inhale to the top of our inhale, and then we'll release that hold and sigh out through the nose completely. So when we pinch the nose slightly, it's going to be a little higher than the nostrils. There's a valve there. You could use Nadi Shodhana hands and do close your index finger and your middle finger and use your thumb and ring finger at the top of your nose. Or you could just use hang loose or your pinchers. Whatever is most comfortable for you today. It's not about how you hold your nose, it is about how you breathe. So when we do inhale resistance, we're closing it off, which what's going to happen is our diaphragm, which is kind of like this jellyfish muscle, or you can think about like an umbrella when it's opening. When you inhale and it's sitting right here, and you inhale, it expands. And when we exhale fully and completely, our diaphragm comes down, massaging all the internal organs there. That's helping to squeeze and release toxins out as we're breathing in new oxygen to nourish the blood, the cells, and the tissues. So maybe more than you wanted to know for today. I'll give you two more things. Inhale resistance is fantastic for heartburn and for indigestion. So you could tuck that in your back pocket. Let's really begin now. All right, close off your nose partially, and when you're ready with your inhale, begin to inhale to the top. Once you reach the top, pause and sigh it all out through your nose. Allow for a couple organic breaths in between our inhale resistance cycles. We'll do two more, and we'll begin when you're ready. Inhale. Experience your ribs expanding. It's helping your diaphragm expand. And then sigh it out completely. As you sigh out, see if you can draw your belly button towards your spine. That's going to help release the extra oxygen in there, the extra CO2. Okay, one more time. When you're ready, begin with your inhale. Rest in quiet for just a moment. I've already shared quite a bit today, so for our movement practice, I'm going to leave space in between our postures for you to feel into your own body. So the cues will be a little more minimal. You can let me know if you like that in the comments. Place your right hand to the right and inhale. Lift your left arm up and over. Turn your gaze down towards your right hand. Press into your thumb and index finger. With your next exhale, toning your belly button, rise up, look up to stretch your throat open. With your next exhale, release your left hand to your mat, press into your index finger and thumb. Use your next exhale to bring both arms up once more, opening your throat. And then exhale to twist to the right. Bring the outer left hand to your outer right thigh. Inhale to lengthen your spine. And exhale to hug your belly button to your spine. Use your next inhale to sweep your arms up overhead and exhaling to the left. Inhale to come back up. Last time, open your throat. Draw your hands together, gathering the energy, and draw it down to your heart. Let's extend both legs, perhaps shake them out, and then grab your right foot in your left hand, and your right hand can go on your right ankle, whatever is most comfortable for you. You could bend your left knee if that's more comfortable, or leave it straight. And what we're going to do here is do some circling. So fluid motion here. Your circles may be small, or they may be wide. And then go the opposite direction. Release your foot down towards your inner thigh and straighten your spine, or lengthen your spine and the crown of your head. Drawing from your heart first, I like to say we lead with our heart here. Take an inhale and bend forward. So only come as far as your lower back can stay straight. You could bend your foot all the way and come down to bring your forehead to your knee, or perhaps partial way. And breathe into your backside body here. Imagine you have wings attached to the back of your ribs, and as you inhale, your wings expand. And as you exhale, your wings retreat inward. Next inhale, walk yourself back up to a seat and extend your right leg long. You could shake it out if you'd like. Okay, let's grab the left foot in the right and left hand and begin with your hip circling here. So just as in the beginning of practice, we did spinal twist to add lubrication to our spine. We're adding lubrication to our hip joint now. and go the opposite direction. Doesn't matter what it looks like. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. See if you can let go of judgment or for a need for this to look or feel a certain way. And release your foot down towards your inner right thigh. Sit up a little taller if that feels good. And turn your torso over your extended leg. Make your choice what you want to do with your knee here. It may be different than the other side. It may be the same. And then inhale to brighten your chest and lead with your heart or your smiley face down your leg. So you need not come all the way down. You need not touch your toes here. And if you'd like it to be a little more restorative, you could rest your head on your knee, so long as you're not compromising your lower back. Breathe into your eagle wings. And quietly steady yourself on your perch. Let's inhale, come all the way up. And let's come up to standing. We'll stand in a wide-legged stance, about one leg length apart. And you could have your toes turned slightly inward if that feels okay for you. Inhale to reach up, stretch up with your arms, 5-pointed star. This posture is energizing. So allow the energy to come up through the earth. Imagine it coming up from the bottom of your feet, all the way up, radiating out through your fingertips. Lower your fingertips and interlace them behind the small of your back. Draw your knuckles down towards the ground. Your chin can come towards your chest. And release any stretch there. Press your feet into the ground and have the sensation that you could rip the mat in half with both your feet. So your both feet are going in opposite directions, interlacing your fingers behind your back. Keep a bend in your elbows. Inhale here, and then hinge from your hips to come forward. Imagine that you're growing roots down from the bottom of your feet into the earth. And press into those roots as you hinge from the hips to return up. Release your hands. Okay. Keeping our roots growing deep, deep down, place your hands on your knees and tilt your pelvis down. Imagine you're putting on some jeans that are maybe a little bit too tight, and you gotta kind of hold them in before you can button up. That's the sensation that will create a nice pelvic support for you. And with your knees, hands on your knees, take an inhale here. And exhale, left shoulder to right knee. Inhale, return. Exhale, right shoulder, left knee. Inhale to return. Move through this at your own pace. See if you can keep the weight of your body in your heels. Take breaks if you need. And let's do 1 or 2 more to each side. Excellent. Press into your roots to rise up. So we're going to come down into constructive rest. I'll come down through a yogi squat. You can choose how you'd like to come down, laying on your back with knees bent. So if you're taking the yogi squat, Maybe feet are a little wider than your hips. You can inhale and exhale to lower all the way down, keeping your heart forward. You could pause here with your elbows between your knees. For a yogi squat, a block is also really nice and helpful. And then sit back all the way onto your mat and find constructive rest. Take your feet as wide as your mat as well, and knees together. Allow your body to just adjust to this new shape, new foundation. Maybe noticing the parts of your body that are making contact with the ground and those that aren't. For a moment, notice your heart rate and your breath pace. Excellent. Let's bring feet hip distance apart and bend your right knee to your chest. If this is enough for you, you can stay here and breathe gently into your lower belly. If you'd like a little more in your practice today, extend your toes up to the ceiling, perhaps even massaging behind your hamstring, just below your kneecap in this orientation, below the back of your knee rather. There's a lymph node here. We can massage into that and then pump your toes from this to the ceiling to your nose. That's going to help any lymphatic fluid drain down towards your heart. And then bring your knee back towards your chest and pause here for a few breaths. Hook the outer edge of your right foot on your left thigh for 4 square pose. Flex your right toes towards your right knee. That's going to help protect your knee in this posture. And then isometrically open your knee towards your left toes. So of course, your knee is not going to touch your toes, but that sensation is going to create the opening. Spread your arms out to a T. Take an inhale and lower your right foot to the left floor. Turn your gaze to the right. Breathe here. Inhale, rise back up and replace your right foot to your mat. In fact, let's extend the right leg long for a moment and just pause to notice if you feel any sensations going back down your leg. Okay, bring it back up when you're ready. Draw in your left knee towards your chest. If this is where you're staying today, breathe gently into your lower belly. Looking for a little more, stretch your toes up towards the ceiling and massage into the meaty part behind your lower hamstring. So in this orientation, just below the back of your knee. Once you've given it a good massage, begin pumping your toes to the ceiling back towards your nose. maybe 10 or 12 times. Exhale your knee towards your chest and pause here again. When you're ready, hook the outer left edge of your foot to your right thigh. Flex your toes towards your knee. Check in with the back of your hips to see if they're both touching the ground. And then begin to open your hip towards your right toes. Press into your right foot to make this a little more active. And spread your arms out to a T. You could do goalpost arms if you don't have the space. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower your left foot to the right side and turn your gaze to the left. This is a supine twist variation. Perhaps you notice your breath in your lower belly. Or invite yourself to notice the sensations of the bottom right foot as you inhale and roll back up to center. Release your foot down. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, lower both knees to the right. This is windshield wipers. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the left. So move through this at your own breath pace, inhaling to center. Perhaps 3 or 4 times to each side. And see if you can slow your pace by just maybe 10%. You could add in an opposite neck turn. When your knees fall to the left, you could look to the right. And the opposite on the opposite side. The next time both knees fall to the left, let that be the last one. Rising up to center. Draw an inhale in. And as you exhale, bring your knees towards your chest and they're more out towards your armpits for this Apanasana. You could close your eyes. And we're going to take 7 or 8 breaths into your lower belly. Invite you to notice the way in which your belly automatically tones towards your spine. You need not make anything happen here. Just become the witnesser to this experience. bring your knees together and your forehead up to your knees. Give yourself a hug. You've made it through this hip practice. And exhale to pour out into your Savasana. Take up as much space as you can, as you want. And then maybe take up a little bit more. Could spread the flesh of your buttocks to the side. It'll help create a wider base. And let your ankles splay open. Closing your eyes, allow your exhale to relax your body more deeply. Soften the corners of your eyes. Imagine what it would be like to soften the muscles behind your eyes. Let your jaw hinge be light. Your tongue can lay flat at the bottom of your mouth. Imagine you have like a sidewalk chalk and you're going to draw an outline of your body. And slowly, starting from the crown of your head, see if you can just work your way around making this body print here. If your mind takes you away, that's normal. See if you can guide it back to your body print. Whether or not you were able to fully make your body print or not, allow your next exhale to sink more deeply into the print your body is making on this earth. Right now, in this moment. In our last moments of Savasana together, see if you can let your organic exhale take you maybe just 1% deeper into relaxation. invite you to stay in Savasana as long as you can. If your body is calling you back to the real world, perhaps start by feeling the temperature of the floor or whatever you're touching. Notice the texture. And begin to wiggle fingers and toes. And then we'll make the movements a little bigger. Roll wrists and ankles. From here, I really like to stretch my arms up overhead and take a full body stretch. Bend one knee and then the other. And then please roll to one side and pause here. This pause will allow your body to recalibrate from our restful Shavasana into our wakeful state. Press yourself up as you feel ready. And we'll sit together for a moment as we conclude our practice. If you'd like to close your eyes. And check in here. How does your breath feel moving through your body? How's your body feeling right now, this moment? And how's your mind? Hopefully a bit more calm and relaxed. I hope this practice has been nourishing for you. Thank you for sharing it with me and letting me share some of my practice with you. Again, you can always let me know in the comments if there's something you'd like to see on this channel, something you'd like to hear from me, or just if you like it and want more, you can subscribe. Thank you so much for being here with me. May you carry this peaceful feeling into the rest of your week.